Essential strategies to grow your business in the ever-changing business landscape, especially in the expert-based business, that we are constantly bombarded by different strategies and tactics to grow our business. The goal of this video is to bring some clarity back. What are the essential and evergreen components you must have in place for your business so you can finally stop overwhelming and feel stuck in your expert-based business? Coming up for you in this episode. Hi, Katie Baader here. I help crisis center coaches and consultants and service providers to grow their business to six-figure and beyond. So if you are one of those awesome leaders, then please consider subscribe to this channel, or you are listening to our podcast, please follow the podcast. By the way, as a team, we are so excited to let you know that we are designing a very powerful business assessment completely free for the crisis center leaders like you to really diagnose out what is that number one killer for your business so you can finally move the needle and move forward. If the assessment is ready, the link will be in the description section. So please look out for it. For any business to survive and grow, we need to have three key components in place. There are traffic, leads, and conversion, or clients. And they are, in fact, very closely linked to our ideal client's journey with us. That is know, like, and trust. Let's break this down, shall we? Traffic. There are organic traffic or paid traffic. Paid traffic, you spend money on platforms like Google, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and so then they will show your content to attract leads. Organic traffic, you put your free contents out there to attract leads, such as this YouTube video, this podcast episode, or any post in social media platforms, and so on. Now, here is a side note. Function of the paid traffic is to amplify and accelerate both in speed and effectiveness of your message out there, your content you put out there. That means if the message of your content is effective, that's awesome. That means when you use a paid traffic method, it will accelerate and amplify the effectiveness, increase the speed to bring you leads. However, if your message in your content is not effective, is not validated, and you invest the money in, you also will amplify its non-effectiveness, and meaning you just waste money on the non-validated message. Okay? And that's why in our power and framework, we always teach our clients they must validate the message first before they spend money investing ads. In this stage of traffic, your job is to get yourself known. That's why we often say your visibility is your responsibility. Now, let's talk about the second component, leads. Prospects up into your sales process now. But what many entrepreneurs overlook is that not all leads are equal. Let's categorize them as cold, warm, and hot leads. Let me explain to you. Cold leads, it means that they are first time they come to know you. Before that, they did not know about you. Or their state of mind to your message is unaware. They are not looking for a solution for their problem just yet. Now, the warm leads means this is not the first time they have in contact with your message or your content. They like what they are experiencing so far with you, or they are aware of their problems. They are seeking possible solutions. They might also already be on your email subscriber list. It also can be a referral by somebody that you mutually know. In this case, you have a leverage on the credibility of whoever introduced that lead to you. So these are warm leads. Now let's talk about the hot leads. They know who you are, what you are for. They love your content, or they even share your content with others. They probably have gone through your conversion activity, such as your sales presentation or the conversation with you directly via Zoom or DMs and so on. They are considering you might be the solution to their problems or desire. In this stage, your job is to get yourself liked and slowly to be trusted. Please note though, on average, it will take 7 occasions of reach and 11 pieces of content consumption to the trust level. So that means you cannot expect to publish your content once a while or email your subscribers just occasionally and will close that sales. Also, on what type of content that you can activate the belief systems of your audience is so important, but that is for another video. By the way, since we're here, I just want to remind you that powerful assessment we are designing for the Christ-centered leaders like you to really diagnose what is that #1 killer for your expert-based business. If the assessment is ready, you will surely find a link in the description section below this video or the show note, okay? Now let's talk about the third component, conversion or clients. They decided now to invest in your offer and become a paid client. It's a proof that they trust you enough to give their hard money to you to exchange the value you have to offer. In this stage, your job is to get yourself trusted. And please don't forget to have an onboarding process in place to welcome them and to serve them well, because you are here for your business for a long haul, not just to get sales. As you can see, no matter how the world changes, these are the 3 most essential components you need to have in place for your business. The strategy or tactic might be different to execute in the marketplace, but principles stay the same. So next time when you get stuck or overwhelmed, may I invite you to take a moment to zoom out and ask yourself this question. Among these 3 components, these 3 areas, where should I investigate and improve? Now, it's your turn. What is your #1 takeaway for this video? Because information alone is not power until you apply it. So go ahead to comment below. And if you like this video and this episode, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share with others so more Christ-centered leaders have the opportunity to consume this type of valuable content. Before I go, I just want to remind you that you can click on the screen to go to the next business growth videos, and I will see you in the next episode.